Welcome to Cardinal Mooney Girls Basketball here on the Cougar Network.
Tonight, the defending regional champions, the Cardinal Mooney Cougars, take on the visiting Windermere Prep Lakers in the regional finals.
The Cougars, led by all-time leading scorer Callie Barrett and sophomore star Maddie Minery, are looking to keep their win streak alive and move on to the state semifinals.
These two teams have met previously this season, with the Cougars taking the victory 68-55. Windermere Prep has many threats on the court, though, including Joby Oyedeje and Jaslyn Bowman.
Both teams had convincing wins in the semifinals, the Cougars winning 78-54 and the Lakers winning 74-53.
Two great teams collide tonight, both powerhouses, and having played each other previously in the season. It's going to be a very fun one tonight.
Well, that is all for our pregame, and we will see you all at the tip-off.
See you soon.
Sportsmanship is having pride in your school, your team, and yourself. Sportsmanship is respect for the game and those who play. The Florida High School Athletic Association reminds you to take on responsibility to build sportsmanship. Play strong, play hard, play fair. The FHSAA reminds you that live streaming state series events via social media without prior approval is prohibited. If you are live streaming this event without approval, then it will result in sanctions against you and your school. Thank you for your cooperation. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Florida High School Athletic Association and Cardinal Mooney High School welcomes you to the regional forming competition in the 2024 FHSAA Class 3A Girls Basketball Championship. The FHSAA reminds you that interscholastic events are an extension of the classroom, and that lessons are best learned when proper respect is accorded to all. Please let your good sportsmanship show as you watch tonight's game. Please stand for tonight's prayer and remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, and it will also be signed by Marco Polo with ASL.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you, Lord, for this day and for the gift of being able to play sports. Allow us, whether win or lose, to grow more closely in relationship with you. In most holy name we pray, in the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.
Tonight's game is a regional final contest between the Windermere Prep Lakers and the Cardinal Mooney Cougars. Let's meet the teams. First, for Windermere Prep, with a record of 21 wins and 7 losses, the non-starters. Number 3, Leah True. Number 5, Natalie Rios. Number 12, Yvonne Zoe. And number 22, Isabella Francis. Starting tonight for the Lakers. Number 1, Kayla Evans. Number 2, Elia Johnson. Number 20, Joba Oyuleji. Number 23, Annie Oyuleji. And number 24, $50 for both. Number 25, Avery Davis. And number 30, Will Logan. Sometime for the Cougars. Junior, number 2, Tyler Russell. Senior, number 15, Sadiq Simon. Senior, number 23, Riley Moore. Senior, number 21, Molly Barrett. And sophomore, number 12, the head coaches for the Lakers, Matt Evans, and for the Cougars, Mark Williams. The officials for tonight's game are from the Pinellas Area Referees and the Wrestling Officials Association. That's Coach Stars Officials Association. There are Mayor Green, Holly West, Ronnie Dickerson.
And here we are.
At the opening tip-off here, number 21, Callie Barrett, and number 23, Eni Oyedije. And Oyedije gets it out to Johnson, who gets it to Bowman. Bowman's going to be taking it down the court, finds her way into the paint. 1-2, and it is in, and no foul called on number 24, Jaslyn Bowman, and it will be Cougar ball.
Game off to a very aggressive start so far.
Bussler gets it into Martin. Martin takes it down the court. Martin working a move to the left side. On any opening she can. Very hefty defense here from Windermere Prep. Barrett with the ball, finds Minnery underneath. No good. She will keep it. Takes a step in the paint, and there will be a travel called on number 12, Maddie Minnery, and it will go right back to the Lakers.
Very rare call from a travel on Maddie Minnery. Usually never really happens to her.
Johnson with the ball. Has it underneath to Oyedije. Oyedije shoots, and Windermere Prep is on the board first, 2-0. Martin with the ball, taking it down, finds her way to the 1-2, and deflected by number 23, Eni Oyedije. Johnson making her way down the court, stolen by Bussler. No, it is no. And it is in. Oyedije, the other sister, will take it in herself. Martin with the ball, finds Simon. Simon, pump fake, 3. No good, Simonique Simon. And Oyedije gets it out to Johnson. Johnson with the ball, steps, 3. No good, will be rebounded by Oyedije. Oyedije gets it up, and it will be rebounded by Minnery. Minnery taking it down the court. Finds Simon underneath Simon, quick, easy layup, and it is in! Simonique Simon, and the Cougars find their way on the board. Jaslyn Bowman now with the ball. Bowman almost trying to get, looks like Simon is playing some defense, trying to get a steal on her. And Oyedije now has it. Oyedije gets it to Johnson. Johnson making her way down, gives it right back to Oyedije. Oyedije passes it out to her sister, who gets it to Evans. Evans finds her way into the paint, will step up, will miss the shot, rebound by Oyedije, and will be rebounded by Minnery. Minnery finds Simon once again down the court. Keeps it in balance. Callie, bump fake 3, and it is in! Callie Barrett, and the Cougars have tied the game 4-4.
We're seeing some great examples of some great shots. We're seeing some great passing here on both sides of the ball. It's fantastic. I mean, there's a great match of skill here. It's really exciting to see.
Johnson, and it's stolen by Minnery. Minnery intercepts the pass, 1-2, and into the paint. And there will be a foul called on number number 2, Aliyah Johnson. And Minory will go to the line to shoot for 2.
We're about to see a replay here
of the foul. Callie's 2 here. As Minory goes to take her first shot. And it is in for Minory. The Cougars take the lead, 5-4. And her second shot is in. Cougars extend their lead to 2. And Jay gives it to Johnson. Johnson gets to Jay. They pass it between each other. Johnson goes underneath, 1-2, and it is in for Aliyah Johnson. Martin now with the ball. Going down the court, finds herself an open lane, 1-2, and it is deflected, but no, they will call a foul on Johnson. And Martin will go to shoot for 2 at the line.
I have to say, CJ, both teams are very physically dominant, very tall, and we're about to see a replay here again.
Johnson's shot is perfectly in as Martin takes her first shot. And it is in for Riley Martin as the Lakers substitute in number 22, Isabella Francis. And for number 2, Aliyah Johnson.
Another beautiful shot.
For Riley Martin.
It's great. Another beautiful shot from Riley Martin there, raising the score. 8-6, Cougars still leading with about 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first quarter.
Bowman finds Oyedije underneath. Oyedije's going to work her way into the paint. No, she passes it outside. And it is in. Isabella Francis for 3. Martin now with the ball, gives it to Barrett. Barrett seemingly confused about what's going on. Barrett finds Buster. Buster for 3. No good. And it will be rebounded by Oyedije, and there will be a foul called on said rebound.
I have to say, CJ, we're seeing quite a replay here. We're seeing a great amount of fouls here from both sides of the ball, and it's not so good. We hate to see fouls too much.
Bowman with the ball. Bowman working her way down the left side, finds Evans. Evans gives it right back, and they pass it between each other, finding Oyedije underneath. No good. Will be rebounded by herself. And jump ball foul will go towards the Cardinal Mooney Cougars.
Oyedije seems to be a little aggravated there that Maddie tended to block her shot a little.
Barrett goes underneath, stops, shoots. No good. And will be off the fingertips of Evans and will go right back to the Cougars. Buster to throw it in. Buster goes deep to Simon. Simon for 3. It's Simonique Simon for 3. And the Cougars find their way back into the lead. Bowman with the ball. Working the move on Simon. Will take a step back. 3. Will go Jaslyn Bowman for 3.
We're seeing great three-pointers on both sides of the ball right now. It's incredible. I think we've only seen 1 or 2 three-pointers missed so far.
Barrett finds Simon. Simon goes for a second 3 in a row. Well, Simonique Simon! Back-to-back three-point shots made for Simonique Simon.
As I just said, they just keep coming. They just keep coming. It's crazy.
And Bowman with the ball. And it's stolen by Simon. Simon finds Barrett. Barrett will go underneath, lose control of the ball in the paint. Will take a shot. And there will be a foul called on Bowman. And Barrett will go to shoot for 2 at the line. As Barrett goes to take her first shot here. No good off the front of the rim. Seemed a little aggravated by that shot. As she goes to take her second here. And that is in.
Callie Barrett raising the score 15-12 with about 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Crazy start to the first quarter so far.
Bowman with the ball, making a move on the star player so far. Simon, and it's still intercepted by Barrett. Barrett losing control of the ball once again. We'll just take a step. 3, no good for Barrett. And it will be rebounded by Francis, who finds a way around. And Barrett intercepts another pass. It goes underneath. Foul and 1 for Callie Barrett.
We're seeing a lot of losses of possessions from Windermere Prep so far. It's definitely their major default. It's holding them back a lot. I mean, they're not necessarily bad with the ball, but if they just had it more and they kept, not losing possession of it, they would get a lot more shots.
You can see the replay of the and 1 call there from Callie Barrett. And she misses once again, but Minnery goes underneath. And it will go towards the Cougars. And there will be a substitution here, as they take out number 23, Eni Oyedeje, in for number 2, Elia Johnson. Busser finds Barrett. Barrett will take it underneath, a trickery, and Barrett.
A shot taken right out of the playbook there.
And there will be a timeout called by Windermere Prep. And the Cougar faithful making a lot of noise. As we can see the trickery here done by Barrett, faking the pass to Busser, going right underneath and scoring the basket.
The Lady Cougars are applying the pressure, CJ.
Applying the pressure very early, taking advantage of the little mistakes Windermere Prep has.
I have to give Windermere credit, though. They started off strong. They were leading for a couple minutes there, or about a minute or two. But
so how does Windermere Prep improve going forward as the game progresses on?
As I said, they just keep losing the ball. Lots of possessions are hurting them. They're not bad with the ball. I mean, we've seen a couple three-pointers. We saw some layups. Not a bad shooting team, but they just can't keep losing possession of it. It's just really detrimental to their team.
Elia Johnson with the ball. Guarded by Martin. Johnson makes her way down into the paint. 1-2. Foul called. And 1. Johnson. She goes right underneath into the paint. 1-2. And there will be a foul called there. Wesley goes to shoot the line for 1. That's it, and Martin with the ball. Almost losing a little bit of control there at the start. Martin has it, she gets it out to Busser. Busser making her way around the corner. And it's tripped up. Giving it to Martin. Martin finds Barrett. Sorry, Minnery. Minnery gives it to Simon. Simon goes underneath, working into the paint. 1-2. No good. Will be rebounded by Johnson. Johnson gets it. And a travel will be called on Isabella Francis, number 22, for the Lakers, as Eni Oyedeje gets subbed in for Isabella Francis. Simon gets it to Martin off of the foul call there. Minnery finds Busser. Busser looking for Martin, and he fakes the pass. To Simon. Busser moves it around. Moving the ball, gives it to Minnery. Minnery finding her way inside of the paint. Takes a step, makes her shot. No good. And will be off of the Lakers, and it will be right back to the Cougars. Just under a minute and 30 seconds left in this first quarter of play. Cougars leading 19-15. And Busser will find Barrett. Barrett 1-2, hook shot, missed. And she will take another shot, and it will go in. Callie Barrett for 2.
The one thing about Callie Barrett, though, is if she ever misses a shot, you can count on her to get the ball again and go right back up for it.
Absolutely, as Johnson has it now. Johnson gives it to Oyedeje. Gives it right back. Johnson making her way into the paint, shoots it, and it will be rebounded by the other Oyedeje. She will shoot. And for Joba Oyedeje. Barrett looking for options. She finds Martin. Martin giving it to Simon. Simon passes it out to Busser. Looks like they're going to stall a little bit of time off the clock, setting up the play. Martin. Martin, step back 3. No good. and it will be rebounded by Joba Oyedije. Simon working defense on Bowman. Bowman finds a way underneath, shoots, and no good. Rebounded by Barrett, rebounded by Minery. Minery going underneath, taking her own pace, 1-2, will go underneath, behind the back, layup in for Maddie Minery.
Beautiful play there from Maddie Minery, straight out of the textbook.
Little time left, and travel will be called with 0.3 seconds left on the clock. And will the Cougars be able to capitalize off of this? We will see. Seems like they will keep heavy on the defense. Not even to try to let the Cougars get a shot off. Barrett will not. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. The Cougars leading 23-18, a 5-point lead.
Rich, for the Cougars, that's not that much. I mean, they're usually leading by a lot more so far.
But an absolute offensive showcase from both teams today. And we'd like to thank you for tuning into the Cougar Network and watching tonight's broadcast. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on social media at cmhs.cougernetwork. That is cmhs.cougernetwork. As I was saying, the offensive showcase that we've seen today, putting up a lot of points on the board for both teams.
Great three-pointers.
How have they been able to do it, Wyatt? What have you been noticing about Windermere Prep on their offense, and what have you been noticing about Mooney on their offense?
Well, Mooney's obviously a much stronger offensive team.
Absolutely.
I mean, we saw some great three-pointers. We saw some great textbook plays going, behind the back. Maddie Minery had one of those. Very skillful. We have diverse players like Riley Martin, who's able not only just to take the ball down, but pass it around and go for easy layups. And she's not really the most physically dominant player, but she uses her skills to her advantage and can put a great point up on their scoreboard. But as far as Windermere Prep, though, we have some great three-pointers, but we'll have a lot of loss of possessions, and it's definitely their default so far.
You can see that behind the back layup that Wyatt was just talking about there from Maddie Minery.
It's perfect, but Windermere has some, decent passing, but just too many travels. They've had, 3 or 4 travels so far.
But Mooney into the bonus as Johnson with the ball. Johnson gets it out to Bowman. Bowman get underneath to Oyedije. Back out to Johnson. Johnson goes underneath. She finds Evans. They're passing the ball around a little bit more. Gets it to Bowman. Bowman gets to Evans. Evans for 3. No good off the rim. And we'll give it to Barrett. Barrett will find the rebound. Barrett, 1-2, will go underneath. And it is in for Tally Barrett. Cougars extend the lead 25-18. Now a 7-point lead for the Cougars. Johnson has it. She gets it out to Bowman. Bowman gets underneath Evans. Evans right out to Bowman. Bowman from way beyond the arc will go. Jaslyn Bowman for 3. Martin now with the ball. Keeping this Mooney spark alight. And Busser will fake the 3. Go underneath. Will fake it. And find Busser. Busser will pump fake 3. Go underneath. Work the paint. Sit pass out to Simon. No good. Will be rebounded by Oyedije. Johnson now with the ball. Gets it out to Oyedije once again. Oyedije working her way through the paint. 1-2. And she will be fouled. And she will go to shoot for 2 at the line. See the 3-pointer here from Jaslyn Bowman from way out beyond the arc. Trying to light this Lakers spark that they have. Here as Oyedije misses her first shot, and the Cougars sub in number 20, Charlie Scabelli, in for number 12, Maddie Minery. And the Lakers sub in number 12, Yafan Joe, in for number 1, Michaela Evans. As Oyedije gets her second shot in. Martin now with the ball. Martin making her way through the paint. Stops, shoots. No good. Will be rebounded there by Scabelli. Scabelli passes out to Martin. Martin fakes the 3. Working her way around in the paint, finds Busser. Busser gets out to Scabelli. Scabelli finds Martin underneath. Martin will go for the layup. No good. Will be rebounded by Joe. Joe will take it down. Joe with a failed pass just off the mark. and it will go right back to the Cougars.
Like I said earlier, we keep seeing these, mishaps in passing, and it's just really dragging their points down. I mean, it's a pretty close game. They can just get possession of the ball and take a couple more shots. It would do them really good.
Buster now with the ball. Buster gets it out to Simon. There will be a foul call. And Simon makes the three-pointer. That will not go.
Team first.
Buster to pass it in. Gives it to Martin. Scavelli out to Buster. Buster gets it to Simon. Simon for three. No good. Will be rebounded by Martin. Martin will go behind the back herself, and it will go in for Riley Martin. Johnson with the ball. Johnson working move to center. Gets it to Bowman. Bowman looking around. Almost intercepted by Martin. Miscommunication there, and Johnson loses control of the ball, and it will go right back to the Cougars. Buster gives it to Martin, wasting no time. Simon now with it. Gives it to Barrett. Barrett to Martin. Martin finds Barrett once again. Barrett working to move on Oyedije. Gets it out to Martin. Martin for three. No good. Will be rebounded by Johnson. Martin playing defense on full court press. Finds Oyedije. Oyedije is going to work her way into the paint. 1-2. No good. Will be rebounded by Callie Barrett. Barrett going down court. We'll find Buster. Buster for three. No good. And it will be rebounded by Joe. And there will be a foul called on number 15, Simon.
Compared to the first quarter, we're not seeing as many fouls, which is very refreshing. But, I mean, there's still been a couple so far.
And the Lakers will sub in number 22, Isabella Francis, in, it seems.
Doing a lot of subbing in so far.
Timeout here. Taken by the Cougars. What have we noticed in this first half of the second quarter?
Honestly, so far, we've had some great three-pointers. A couple great layups from Mooney's team so far. Martin's keeping up her key defensive or offensive, plays, getting some shots in, doing some behind the hands. I mean, it's great. There's not much to say. I mean, Mooney's just dominating so far, even though it's a close score. If you're watching it here in person or on the stream, you could clearly see that Mooney's more skillful team.
Absolutely. We're going to see how Windermere Prep can come down by 5. Let's see what they can pull together here.
You wouldn't be
as the Cougars seem to have subbed in number 5, Josie Maloney.
You want to be as optimistic as possible so far for both sides of the ball, but honestly right now, Windermere just needs to work on their offense.
As Bowman will begin with the ball. Bowman will work the left side of the court here, finding Oyedije. Oyedije gets it out to Francis. Francis for three. The Lakers finding their way back. Buster now starts with the ball. Buster gets it to Simon. Simon finds Barrett. Barrett takes the three, gets it to Buster. Barrett works the screen, finds Riley underneath, and will be deflected by number 23, Eni Oyedije. As we can see here, the three there by Isabella Francis. The Cougars seem to have subbed out Callie Barrett in for Maddie Minery. Buster finds Minery underneath. Minery gets it to Scabelli. Scabelli pump fake three. Gets it to Simon. Simon for a quick two. Will go. Simonique Simon for two.
We saw a lot of control there from Scabelli. Most players I know would, take that three, but she did a great pass there, and she rose the score up indefinitely.
Maloney playing very aggressive defense.
She's a very fast player. No one can keep up with her on defense or on offense.
Johnson with the ball, gets it to Bowman. And it looks like Maloney tries to steal from Oyedije. She does! Maloney will go under, gives it to Buster. Buster will go in for the Cougars. And Johnson now has the ball for the Lakers. Finds Oyedije underneath. Maloney on Oyedije. Mismatch. Giving it to Johnson. Johnson will work her way onto the paint. No good. Oyedije blocked And Minery will keep it in bounds, giving it to Scabelli. Scabelli will give it right back to Minery. Trusty hands for the Cougars. Minery now with it. Fake screen there by Simon Minery. Working some moves, trying to find any available options. Scabelli finds Busser. Busser gives it to Simon. Simon gives it to Maloney. Maloney fights Simon again. Simon, pump fake three. Goes underneath and will be deflected once again by any Oyedije.
Dude, Oyedijes are very physically dominant. I mean, what? They're both over 6'2". It's absolutely insane. Not only being a male, but as a female is incredible.
And it seems the Cougars will sub out Simonique Simon and Talia Busser in for Emily Wilson and Callie Barrett. Scabelli gets out to Barrett. Barrett will be deflected for three. Francis with the ball now. Giving it to Johnson. Johnson takes it down the court. Setting up the place she can. Oyedije now with it. Finds her sister, the other Oyedije underneath. Gets it to Francis. Francis for three. No good. Will be rebounded by no one. And it will go towards the Windermere Prep Lakers. As the Lakers sub in number 1, Michaela Evans, in for number 20, Joba Oyedije. Bowman finds the pass, gets it to Evans. Evans finds her options available. Oyedije underneath, gets it out to Johnson. Johnson makes her way, quick step, two, no good, will be rebounded by Barrett. Barrett works her way down the court. Finds Minner underneath, no, and it will be off of the fingertips of Johnson, and it will go right back to the Cougars.
Losses of possessions, it's just doing them dirty. I mean, they could have another, what, 5, 10, maybe even 15 points on if they just took their shots better and didn't, have some great passes.
Scabelli gets it to Minery, Minery for three. Will go, Maddie Minery for three.
Beautiful three-pointer there from Maddie Minery. Not unexpected, though, you could say.
Johnson gets it to Bowman. Gives it right back.
The Cougars are a very dominant, home-dominant team, having 14 win and only 1 losses from home, which is, really
shows
says
how strong the Cougar faithful really are, and the home court advantage that the Cougars bring every time you come in here. Takes it to Oyedije, gets it to Johnson. Johnson gets it out to Evans. Evans will go underneath into the paint, gets it right out to Johnson. Johnson for three. No good, in and out of the rim, and it will be rebounded by Barrett. Barrett gets the rebound. We'll give it to Wilson. Wilson for two, no good, and it will be rebounded by Johnson. Johnson goes down the court, guarded by Maloney. Maloney trying to get a steal. No good. Oyedije underneath for a quick layup.
I have to say, I've never seen Maddie Minery fight for a ball so much. She usually just grabs it, if she's able to, but she's really fighting with Oyedije there.
Minery works her way around, gets it to Maloney. Maloney will go! And they will call it a 2-point for Maloney. A very long 2-point shot there from Maloney as we approach the final 50 seconds of the second quarter. Getting it right out to Johnson. Johnson gets it to Evans. Evans fakes the three. Gets it to Bowman. Bowman will take the three. No good, off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Evans. Evans gets it out for three. Will go for number 22, Isabella Francis.
Some amazing three-pointers so far. It's just one after another.
Minery with the ball as we are nearing the final 20 seconds of the first half. Double guarding, find Barrett. Barrett has it. Barrett fakes the pass. 1, 2. No good. Will be rebounded by no one. And the Cougars keep with the ball. 11.5 seconds left on the clock. As we get a replay of the three-point shot there by Isabella Francis. And she has been on fire tonight.
Quite odd form, though. She brought the ball all the way behind her head, but she still made it. That's all that matters, I guess.
As Yvonne Joe gets subbed in here for the Lakers. Maloney gets it to Scabelli. Scabelli gives it to Barrett. Barrett will work around. No good. Will be rebounded by Joe. And a foul on the Cougars. Evans now will pass it in. And the Lakers will sub in number 24, Jaslyn Bowman, and number 22, Elia Johnson, in for Joe and Oyedeji. Little time left on the clock. She messes around with it. No good. Scabelli will take her final buzzer beater. Will not be good, and the Cougars will go into the end of the first half, leading 36-30. And what a first half of play here in the regional finals. This is a win or go home scenario. What have the Cougars done so well tonight, Wyatt?
They've had some amazing shots so far. Their passing's been incredible. And they think like a hive mind. You know, it's almost as if their minds are intertwined because, I mean, they're not even looking. They're just passing to each other. It's all fluid. And I have to say, out of all the games I've announced or all the games so far that I've seen, this is definitely one of their best games so far.
And how is Windermere Prep keeping the game this close? When the Cougars are only up by 6, they're keeping it closer than games previously.
Like I said, Windermere's not a bad scoring team. I mean, they have some great three-pointers, and we saw one, a minute ago, or less than a minute ago.
Isabella Francis there.
Yeah, great three-pointer scorer there. But if they could just keep possession of their ball a little bit more, work on their passing, their dribbling, just taking it down, just like simple things. It's just screwing them up. It's deducting from their overall points.
For sure.
And it's not good for them. And they're not a bad team. I mean, we've never seen the Cougars this close or any time recently.
Absolutely.
And there's definitely a skill advantage or disadvantage. The Cougars are obviously a lot more skillful and a lot more experienced. Windermere's a much younger team.
Yes.
But they're doing very good for going against the Cougars. And I have a lot of respect for both teams, and I think they're doing amazing tonight. And it's a great game so far.
That will do it for our first half analysis, and we will see you at the beginning of the second half.
See you soon.
Welcome back to
the Cougar Network.
Welcome back to girls basketball. We are back. 40 seconds left on the clock before the second half starts. A wonderful first half that we saw there from both teams. High scoring, 30-36. Cougars are leading. What are we going to see from both teams, do you think, in the second half?
I mean, honestly, I would love to see Windermere regroup a little bit, you know, so they can play their A game. But Mooney is lethal after halftime. They always come back bigger and stronger than ever. They somehow just, you know, put the pieces together. Even if they're already doing decent, they come back stronger and bigger. And, you know, I can't really say much more. I don't know that many synonyms, but they come back way better than they usually do after halftime. And I think they're going to put some serious points up on the scoreboard tonight. Because they're only winning by 6 right now, and frankly, that's not a lot. Especially for the Cougars, who usually win by, what, 20, 30?
Recently, yes, they have. But again, the Cougars are a very strong home team. Again, as you said earlier, they are 14-1 at home. The Cougar faithful staying strong and keeping that home court advantage alive.
Love the enthusiasm tonight. We saw some games, some raffles tonight. We love to see it. All right, here we go.
Martin with the ball. Gives it to Busser. Simon with it, now giving it to Barrett. Barrett, no good. Gets it to Oyedije. Oyedije finds Johnson. Johnson going down court, no good. Will be rebounded by Barrett. Barrett trying not to get the ball stolen. Busser. Busser will take 2 steps. 3 will go. Talia Busser lighting the Cougars on fire to start the
Beautiful
second half.
Three-pointer. Beautiful three-pointer.
Johnson now with the ball. Johnson with the ball as we're going to see the little replay here. And Maddie Minery steals the ball. Almost. Oyedije with the ball. And there will be a jump ball foul called.
We're seeing a little aggression there from both sides of the ball. Fighting for it. I mean,
Minery seeming visibly in pain on the court, limping a little bit.
Hopefully she's all right.
And it seems it will go towards the Lakers. Very enthusiastic start to the second half.
The crowd definitely brings the energy tonight.
Johnson marks a move on Martin, finds an open lane, gives it to Oyedije. Oyedije goes into the paint, trips, and she hit hard.
Oyedije really hit the ground hard. Hopefully we don't see any serious injuries here.
A timeout for injury there. And it seems she will go right back to where it looks like she might have just hit her funny bone or something like that.
It's very loud. I can hear it all the way from up here.
And Minery gets subbed out for Charlie Scabelli. Martin gives it to Simon. Simon finds Busser. Busser, oh, fakes the 3, goes underneath, in and deflected by Oyedije, but a foul called off the shot.
Those kind of things.
Section getting hyped up there for the foul.
A block and a foul come together like peanut butter and jelly. Somehow, very rarely you get away with a block and no foul.
Busser makes in her first shot, and the Cougars extend their lead 40-32. As she goes to take her second shot here. And it is in. Muscle memory there for Talia Busser. Johnson with it. Finding any open options, she finds Oyedije. Oyedije gives it right back, working the move, trying to set up a play. Johnson goes underneath, shoots, no good. And rebounded there by the other Oyedije. And is stripped. Busser now with it. Finds a wide open Simon down the court. She will stop, take her shot, no good, and will be rebounded by Evans. Evans goes down court now. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson setting up the play here, gets it to Oyedije underneath. Oyedije in with the floater. And Martin now with the ball. Martin stutter stepping going underneath. Trying to get stolen by Barrett. And Barrett will go take her shot, keeps it in bounds, gives it to Scabelli. Scabelli underneath to Martin. Martin out. No good, and it will be rebounded by Johnson. Johnson gives it to Bowman. Bowman going underneath into the paint, takes a layup, and that is Jaslyn Bowman with for 2. And there will be a timeout called by the Cougars. 5:36 left in the third quarter. And Wyatt, what have we noticed from the start of the third quarter here? We're only about just under 3 minutes in.
Windermere Prep's coming a lot stronger, I have to say. I mean, they're still losing by about the same as they were before, but they've had some great shots. They have some great passing. I mean, losses of possession, though, are still running high. It's very detrimental to their points, and honestly, it's usually when they go up for a layup, they're just getting deflected. And when they deflect the ball from Mooney, they get fouls. You got to find a good way to deflect the ball and block it from them without causing any fouls, because it's just, you know, stacking up points on Mooney's end.
Absolutely.
But I have
Mooney
to say,
has still stayed electric though in this half. Definitely not keeping their foot off the gas at all.
oh, absolutely.
With that quick 3 to start off the quarter there from Talia Busser.
I mean, they have a lot of energy, but you can tell they're still conserving some for the rest of the game, which is very smart strategy. Almost as like Rocky and Rocky 1 against Apollo Creed, keeping their energy for the rest of the rounds.
All right, it seems the Cougars have subbed in number 5, Josie Maloney. While the Lakers have kept the same lineup from out of the timeout. Barrett goes underneath, and she will get it in. That is Callie Barrett for 2. Johnson with the ball. Johnson trying to work a move, finds Oyedije. Oyedije will make a move. Set up there to Johnson. Johnson finds Evans. Evans for 3. Will go. Michaela Evans for 3. Barrett gives it to Busser. Barrett now with the ball once again. Barrett for 3. No good. And it will be rebounded by Johnson, but there will be a foul called.
We're seeing a little aggression from Windermere here. Not so happy with some of the calls from the refs.
Bowman now with it. Bowman gives it to Johnson. Johnson works down the left side of the court.
Keeping up with Maloney.
Going underneath 1-2, and she will draw the foul there on Maloney. And she will go to the line and shoot for 2.
Foul on Josie Maloney, her 3rd, team 2nd.
Let's take her first shot here. We're going to see a little replay here of Evans' 3. And she does make her first shot in. That is Elia Johnson making her first free throw in as she goes to take her second shot. And she makes it in the second one as well.
Cougars only leading by a 2-point lead. Not that much.
Busser now with it. Busser taking it around, trying to find any open lane. Guarded by Johnson. Minery with screen. Loses control of the ball, gives it to Maloney. Maloney finds Simon. Simon fakes it. Gets it to Barrett. Barrett finds Busser. Busser for 3. No good. And it will be tipped up and rebounded by Busser. Busser gives it to Barrett. Barrett moves her way to the paint. And Oyedije will have the foul called on her. And Barrett will go to shoot at the line for 2.
Very close game so far, CJ. Really, chipping away at the scoreboard. Windermere's doing.
Windermere Prep keeping up with the Cougars for sure.
Definitely reformed over halftime.
And she makes her first one in. She goes to take her second shot. And that one is off. And it will be rebounded by Bowman. Bowman has it, and she's looking for Oyedije, who was wide open, did not find her. Johnson gives it out to the other Oyedije. Oyedije for 3. No good, off the backboard. And Barrett now has it. Barrett finds Minery. Minery loses control of the ball. Minery working her way into the paint, gets out to Maloney. Maloney fakes 3, gets it to Minery again. Minery loses control of it off her foot. And grabs to wait the signal.
Little miscommunication passing there. Not the best thing, but it happens, doesn't it?
And Francis will get subbed in for Oyedije, and it will be Cougar ball.
Looks like Simone Simon has ball.
3:42 left in the third quarter. Barrett with the ball. Barrett finds Minery. Minery gets it tipped up. Johnson now with the ball. Johnson finds Bowman. Bowman goes underneath, gets it to Evans. Evans for three. No good. And it will be rebounded by Oyedije. Oyedije underneath for two. Oyedije is in. And the Cougars only lead by one, 44-43.
Windermere's hitching up, and it's very nerve-wracking.
Buster looking for any open option she can find. Finds Minery. Minery for two. No good. Will be rebounded by Simon. Simon finds Buster. Buster gives it to Barrett. Barrett will be stolen off of the fingertips of Isabella Francis.
Looks like it's Cougars ball still. A 1-point lead from the Cougars. We haven't seen this anytime recently in any games. Let's see how they can do under this kind of pressure.
Simon gives it to Buster. Buster gives it to Barrett. Henry with the ball now, taking her time. And screen play there by Barrett. Now he finds Buster. Minery will go for, and it will be off the fingertips of Maloney, and it will be Lakers ball.
That would have been a very diverse plan there. That could have worked really well. I mean, she was pretty much underneath the basket, and it just went right out.
And now the Lakers have a chance to take the lead here against the Cougars. Maloney coming in hot, finds Bowman, and it will be tipped up by Buster. And it will go right to the Lakers. And it seems Bowman is in pain, limping. Not good at all.
Rolled ankle's never good.
And she will get subbed in for Oyedije. We will hope that she is all right for sure.
Cougar defense is definitely laying it on right now.
Giving it to Evans, guarded by Buster. Evans finds her way into the paint. Gets it out. Francis for three! Isabella Francis. And now the Lakers are up 46-44 on the Cougars.
Riley
Buster
Martin.
goes underneath, 1-2, no good. Will be rebounded by Minery, will be swatted down off of the rebound, and there will be a foul call. And the Cougars will now sub in Riley Martin. As we see the replay here of Isabella Francis' three. Riley Martin getting ready to be subbed in for the Cougars as Maddie goes to take her first shot. And it is in for Minery as Martin subs in for Simon.
Martin's a very diverse player. Hopefully she can, mix the things up a little bit, get some more layups in there. We know what she's good at, and hopefully she can bring something new to the table to this quarter, because it's not looking so good for the Cougars.
Minery ties the game up 46-46 with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Oyedije now at the ball.
Some instructions being given from Oyedije.
Makes a move into the paint and denied by Callie Barrett, but they will call the foul on Oyedije, and it will go right back to the Cougars.
Riley Martin has possession of the ball.
Martin taking it down court, giving it to Maloney. Maloney working the move, gives it to Barrett. Barrett finds Martin. Barrett gives a screen. Out to Minery. Minery for three. Whoa! Maddie Minery! Johnson now with the ball. Gets it to Evans. Evans, pump fake three. Will go underneath into the paint. Finds Oyedije. Oyedije will take a step. Three! No good! Will be rebounded by Martin. Martin now with the ball. Martin gets it to Minery. Minery will go 1-2 into the paint. And they will call it no because Minery traveled.
Oh,
Some distress from the crowd.
we're hearing some boos. I have to say the crowd's so enthusiastic right now. Got a little replay there.
Replay of the three from Maddie Minery. Johnson takes it. Down into the court, guarded by Maloney. Maloney playing heavy defense and denied by Maloney. Minery with the ball. Finds Barrett down court. Barrett gives it to Busser. Busser in front. And one! Talia Busser. And the Cougars are on fire now. Leading 51-46. And Busser will go to shoot for one at the line.
And the stands go crazy.
You're gonna get a replay of Busser getting the and one here, and the crowd going crazy. Busser for three for her points. 3 points total off of that possession for the Cougars, now leading 52-46. Oyedije gets it to Johnson. Oyedije seems to be preparing for a screen on Maloney. Does not. Johnson's taking time off the clock. Johnson gives it to Oyedije, gives it right back. And she takes the shot, Oyedije, no good. Will be rebounded by Martin. Martin now taking it down the court, finds Busser. Busser will take a step, three. Go! Talia Busser for three. And the crowd has been a spark lit for the Cougars.
That crowd goes wild.
And no points will be taken for Windermere Prep as the Cougars end the third quarter on fire as they lead 55-46, 9-point lead, win or go home scenario as we see the three and the crowd going wild. And what do we expect to see from both teams coming in to the fourth quarter? Again, as I said, win or go home, these 8 minutes will decide whether you can go on to states or whether you go home tonight.
It's a very close game right now. I mean, at least it was. The Cougars really regained structure of the ball. I was really worried for them for a little bit because they weren't making their passes. They were taking all these crazy three-pointers, and it wasn't going in by any means. But now they tightened up, they slowed down, they strengthened, and they regained. Sorry, I'm a little excited right now, but they regained everything they had in the first and second quarter, and they really nailed the baskets in there. Saw some great three-pointers, some great layups, and they started thinking like a hive mind.
And now they've been going to their reliable sources. They've been going to Talia Busser, Callie Barrett,
exactly.
They've been going to the people who are reliable for the Cougars, and that has paid off. And the Cougars are now leading after being down by 2 points. Now the Cougars have the opportunity to take this game away. They
were ahead by 7, down by 2. Now they're back up by what? 9. So it's incredible. It just shows how fast things can change in a basketball game.
And Windermere will start with the ball. Johnson has it. Johnson with the ball. Gets it to Oyedije. She misses up and will be stolen by Simon. And there will be jump called. Going the way of the Cougars. And it seems as though Windermere Prep will sub in number 24, Jaslyn Bowman. She seems to be okay now after rolling her ankle earlier in the third quarter.
Glad to see she's okay and able to perform.
Martin gives it to Simon. Simon underneath to Barrett. Barrett will find her way into the paint. And Barrett extends the lead to double digits for the Cougars. Bowman now has it. Guarded by Simon. Bowman will go around. She'll take a three for Bowman. No good. And it will be off the fingertips of Oyedije. And it will be remaining Windermere Prep ball.
I have to say, I think the reason the Cougars are leading right now is they brought Riley Martin back in. You know, as I said, she's a very diverse player, and she's, stacked some points on so far. It's great to see.
Finds Oyedije underneath, no good. And trying to get a steal is Talia Busser, jump ball, and it will go to Windermere Prep. Prep gives it to Oyedije. Underneath into the paint, intercepted by Martin. Martin taking it down the court. Finding her way, stops, shoots. No good, will be rebounded by Johnson. Johnson now has it. Johnson with the ball going around the left side, will take her shot. No good. Rebound by Simon. And there will be a foul called in favor of the Cougars.
We're seeing some great rebounds so far in the fourth and final quarter. Here's an amazing chance. Love the enthusiasm on both sides of the ball. Definitely Cougars winning in the enthusiasm section.
Simon gives it to Martin. Martin giving signals as she goes around, finds Minnery underneath, off the foot of Michaela Evans, and it will remain Cougar ball. And there will be a timeout taken by Windermere Prep. 6:42 left in the fourth quarter. Windermere Prep seems to be deciphering what they can do. And Wyatt, what do you think Windermere Prep can do?
Honestly, I think they should keep their emotions under control right now. I mean, if I was Windermere Prep,
high tension for sure.
I would be under pressure. I'd be kind of stressed out right now because they were leading by 2, and just to have that hope, squashed, it's not a good feeling. But if they could put that aside, regather their thoughts, and just focus on their plays and passing and everything that's in the book, I think they have a good chance of getting ahead. But if you really think about it, once Mooney's ahead, and really ahead, I mean, and on fire, you can't do much.
And it seems that they're going to have to ignite a spark on their own end. Windermere Prep will. And if they can ignite that spark, they can come back from this for sure. But the Cougars still hefty on offense and hefty on defense. Windermere Prep will have a hard time. But it is totally possible.
Cougars are just laying down the punches right now. I mean, it is the fourth and final quarter, so let's see what they can do. It's not that high of a lead. You want to be optimistic as much as you can, and you want a fair game. But you can't deny the Cougars are definitely the more skilled team right now.
Buster finds Barrett up top. Moving it right back. Simon, 3. No good. Simonique Simon will be rebounded by Evans. Evans takes it down, finding her way. Gets it out. Johnson will receive that pass. And there will be a foul called. On Windermere Prep. Shoving down Callie Barrett there, as you saw.
Windermere Prep coaches definitely don't look too happy right now. A little agitated, yelling at the coaches. I mean, who wouldn't be? It's their team, I guess.
Simon has it. Gives it to Barrett. Barrett to Martin. Martin works into the paint. And there will be a foul called on Windermere Prep, giving Martin the opportunity to shoot 2 at the line.
Seen a lot of lost possessions from Windermere Prep so far, and a lot of fouls. And, it's just a repeat of the first quarter so far, in the first half in general.
And the first shot is in for Martin. She has one more available to her. That one is off the mark. And Oyedije will rebound that. Gets it to Bowman. Bowman making some moves, working herself into the paint. Oyedije gets the pass. It's underneath to Johnson. Johnson will make it in for Windermere Prep. Cutting the lead to only 10. Martin has it now. Screen by Barrett, fakes it, and deflected by Johnson, and Johnson will take it down herself now. Johnson 1-2, will go in. Aliyah Johnson cutting this lead down. Martin has it for the Cougars. Taking it down court. Martin finds Simon. Simon will take it down, will shoot. No good, and the foul will be called.
See a little replay here.
Steal here from Aliyah Johnson. Goes in and capitalizes off said steal, as Simon now goes take a shot at the line. And this is the first one. The Lakers are going to sub in. That is Eni Oyedije in for Isabella Francis. Simon, no good once again. Rebounded by Bowman. keeping her behind. Bowman going underneath, 1-2, and denied by Callie Barrett. And Barrett will now have the ball.
Rare example of a block and no foul there.
Winner will go underneath, spins, shoots, no good. Will be rebounded by Evans.
Little tip off there.
Evans gives it to Johnson as we see the denial here from Barrett. Johnson has it. Giving it to Evans, who will give it right back to each other. She shoots, 3. Will go, Michaela Evans. Another 3-point shot made for her tonight. And we get a replay of the Michaela Evans 3. Busser has it now.
Looking around.
Busser makes her way into the paint, 1-2, shoots, draws the foul. And she will go to shoot at the line once again.
Hopefully she can round this score up to 60. Talia Busser being a key player most of the season. Great three-pointers. One game, I believe she had 8 or 9 three-pointers, which is astonishing.
Quite a few points, too.
Exactly. I mean, you know.
And we would like to mention that this moves Mooney into the bonus. Windermere Prep with 5 fouls as Talia misses her first shot. Mooney's down the bonus, so any foul taken here in favor of the Cougars will result in free throws needing to be shot. Busser misses her second one, rebounded by Minery, and it will seem to go out of bounds off her fingertips. And it will go to the Lakers.
Windermere Prep scanning their options.
Johnson with the ball. Johnson gives it to Evans.
Cougars.
Evans under close guard to make sure she doesn't get another 3 in. Oyedije underneath, denied by Minery, and foul drawn there.
We're seeing a lot of fouls right now and slowing the game down. I mean, fouls aren't good to see, but they are an easy way to score some points and add it up to the scoreboard. So, I mean, they're not losing by much, what, 5 points? So, I mean, I don't blame them, just trying to get those couple fouls in.
Trying to cut into this lead. Oyedije misses her first shot. She still has one more, so no hope is lost yet. And her second shot is in. Oyedije. Martin now with the ball. And timeout taken by the Cougars.
By Coach Marlon Williams. He's been here since 2022. He's led the Lady Cougars to 3 state championships, but hasn't won any of them. But hopefully this year could be something different.
Well, we would like to thank you all for tuning in to the Cougar Network tonight and watching the broadcast. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel here on YouTube and follow us on social media at cmhs.cougarnetwork. That is cmhs.cougarnetwork. Wyatt, what do the teams need to do? They are only down by 4. Windermere Prep only down by 4. What can they do to increase their chances of winning and or maybe go on their way to the state semifinals?
I mean, not much has really changed on the other side. I mean, Mooney's gotten more fired up as much, and they've kind of, sustained that. But Windermere just needs to, their defense, stepped up a little bit, but recently it's, it's kind of depleted. It's not doing as good as it was before. Maybe Cougars just stepped up a little bit. I don't know what it is, but Windermere needs to step on their defense. The lots of possessions are very detrimental, and, we can only hope for the best in a fair game. But here we go.
Busser gets it to Dan Simon. Seemingly off the shot, will get it in for the Cougars.
Raising the score 60-54 with a 6-point lead. With around 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the 4th and final quarter.
Bowman now has the ball. Simon goes underneath with Bowman and steals it, but it will be off of Simon. Bowman now has the ball for herself, and she will pass it in to her fellow Lakers. Scanning the options. Doesn't like any of them just yet. She finds Oyedije, and there will be a foul called on Minery, and it will go right back.
Foul on Maddie Minery, number 30, team second.
We got the Windermere coach yelling some plays out, some instructions to his team, trying to get some new plays in here.
Busser keeping a tight lock on Evans, making sure she can't get another 3. And Simon on Oyedije, and foul will be drawn.
These fouls, CJ, it's hurting both sides of the ball. About to see a replay here.
Oyedije will go to the line and shoot.
You hear the Cougar crowd trying to distract.
In and out. And Martin will have it. She passes it down to Simon. Simon will quick shot. Denied by Oyedije. And it will go towards the Cougars. Pass it into Barrett. Barrett gets to Buster. Buster into Martin. Martin is in for two. Cougars extend their lead. 3 minutes left here in the regional finals. Johnson with the ball. Johnson has it now. Making her way, step back, three. No good, rebound by Minnery.
Great rebound there from Minnery.
Minnery going down court, gets it to Barrett. Barrett works her way into the paint. We'll find underneath Simon. Simon in! And a quick and easy layup there for Simon. Cougars extending their lead further. Trying to distance themselves, trying to make this game unwinnable for the Lakers. And stolen by Simon. Simon will go down the court. And 1-2 finds Martin, then denied by Elijah Johnson.
We saw some great sportsmanship there from Elijah Johnson and Riley Martin, and we love to see it. That's what the game's all about, helping each other up, especially in the last moments of the game. Love to see that.
Martin now has it. Gets it to Buster. Buster fakes the three. Goes out, gives it to Martin. Martin will go for three. No good. Will be rebounded by Oyedije. Gives it right back to Johnson. Johnson gets it out to Evans. Evans will step her way into the paint, and a foul will be called on the Cougars.
For a game with as many fouls as there is, you know, there's a lot of great sportsmanship going on. Seeing a little replay here.
Earlier. Bowman with the ball. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left. Guarded up by Buster on Evans.
Buster trying to lock down Evans.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Johnson with the ball now. Giving it to Oyedije, almost stolen there. It's underneath to Bowman. Bowman loses control of the ball, and it will be received by Buster. Buster gets it to Martin. Martin spinning around the court, taking time, and the Cougars will call a timeout, up by 8 points. Interesting, since the last timeout, we're getting into the spring season for Cardinal Mooney Sports, so please subscribe to our channel, stay up to date on all of our upcoming streams for baseball, softball, lacrosse, and beach volleyball. It's going to be an exciting season on the Cougar Network, so be sure to not miss out on any of the action. Minute 40 seconds left, Wyatt. That is not a lot of time on the clock for both teams.
Not a lot of time. And
Cougars need to extend their lead, and Windermere Prep needs to cut into that lead.
Especially.
What do you think both teams are going to start doing?
Well, if I was Cougars right now, I would just, you know, kind of stall, kind of waste some time with the ball because they're leading by a decent amount. You know, if they could get it down to around 1 minute and they're still winning by 8, I mean, I don't want to, you know, be, what do you call it, a downer or anything, but I don't think Windermere's going to catch up from 8 with about 1 minute left. But you never know, it's possible. But I would waste some time if I was Mooney. Just get some seconds off the clock. Windermere just needs to come in fast, though.
Gives it some there, and foul called. And Minnery will go now to shoot for 2 at the line. Minnery to take her first shot here. And it is in for Minnery. As the Lakers sub in number 2, Elijah Johnson. Or they bring in number 2, Elijah Johnson. Minnery to take her second shot. And it is in. Cougars extend the lead to 10. Bowman with the ball, trying to make magic happen here.
keep everything very fast-paced, everything in. Really try to drive it to the paint for a shot.
Bowman, no good. Will be
rebounded by Maddie Minery there.
Barrett with the ball now. As you said, stalling, taking time off that clock, gets it out to Minery. Minery finds no one, finds the opposite team. And Mooney playing hefty defense now. Bowman will take a shot, gives it underneath to Oyedije, who gets it in.
Oyedije uses her size as advantage to get 2 points on the clock, or on the scoreboard. We're hearing some amazing chants from the student section from the Cougars.
And Martin will go to shoot for 2 at the line. And it is in for Riley Martin. And she has one more shot left as Coach will take a timeout. Coach Darren Evans for Windermere.
I have to say, these fouls are just really solidifying the Cougars' win so far. I have to say, as of right now, I can almost assure anyone watching that the Cougars will probably win this.
1 minute left. Down by 9, Windermere Prep. There is not much else they can do besides get down the court and try to take home this win as much as they can. What is possible for Windermere Prep to do this? And what is possible for Mooney to keep them behind?
If I was Windermere Prep, I would just want to go out with a bang right now. I would just lay some three-pointers up, go up for some easy layups, do everything I can to just, you know, have a little bit more of an easier score. And of course, you want to dream of what's possible. I mean, I don't want to be a downer, but I don't think it's possible to, you know, get ahead of Mooney, especially with the Cougars' amazing defense.
And Martin still has her second shot available from the foul earlier. Takes her second shot. And no good. Will be rebounded by Minery, though. And she loses control of the rebound. And jump ball foul will go towards the Lakers. Now only down by 9, 56 seconds left on the clock. That is not a lot of time to work with if you're Windermere. And the Lakers will take another timeout here, trying to stall a little bit of time, keeping time not running on that clock.
Looks like the Windermere coach has his whiteboard with all the plays on it, drawing things out.
Seeing how they can find a way to win this game, try to take their team to the state semifinals. Coach Marlon Williams is also doing the same thing over on his end. He's trying to make the girls on Mooney try to find their way to their way to another state opportunity. They've had plenty of them recently. Again, 3 in a row, and they
3 in a row.
lost.
But we think maybe this year will be different. Not maybe. Let's think, you know, from a very, you know, positive standpoint. You know, opportunity is everything, and I think if we go in there with a great mindset, prepared, practice-filled, we could do it. I really believe we can, CJ. They've done it in the past before, and I believe they could do it again. I call it the final stretch, that last game.
These last few playoff rounds, it is it.
All right, here we go, CJ. The last 50 seconds left.
Bowman trying to find everything she can. Bowman gets it to Francis. Francis gives it to Johnson. So much time running off that clock. Johnson now has it. Trying to find anything on side defense. It's a 3. No good for Johnson. Rebounded by Minery. And Minery will give it to Martin. Martin giving it to Barrett. Trying to avoid taking any fouls. And that is what Oyedije will do.
Oyedije just straight up. I don't know if you can tell if she intentionally pushed her or not, but she definitely.
Fouls, you do see those a lot here late in the game.
Yeah, a little emotion, a little aggression. I mean, I can't blame her. I'd be.
Intentional fouls are a thing to do at the end of the games. You didn't know that? Intentional fouls are a thing to do at the end of the games. First shot in for Barrett. And the second shot is in as well. Cougars extend their lead to 11. 25 seconds left on the clock, and time is ticking. Johnson making her way down court. Take it in for two. Johnson. Oyedije playing stout defense. Martin now has it, and denied by Oyedije. 17.2 seconds left on the clock. 69-60, 9-point lead for the Cougars.
Oyedije is not happy whatsoever.
They're looking for any open options, trying not to get the foul. Finds Minery. And she will do intentional foul. 15 seconds left on the clock. And this seems to be nearing the end of the game. Cougars up 69-60, as I said earlier. Minery to take her first shot. And it is in. Cougars extend to a double-digit lead.
Cougars leading 70-60. Very high-scoring game.
And it is in. The second shot for Minery. 11-point lead now. Not much time left for the Lakers to work with. Bowman shoots three. No good. Will be rebounded by Barrett. And that will do it for our game tonight. The Cardinal Mooney Cougars go take another regional championship, and they are on the road to the state title once again. 71-60 your final score here. The student section very happy about that. As you can see, members of the lacrosse team and the baseball team.
Love to see it.
Very hard-fought game tonight. Cougars have another opportunity to take it home. Once again, going on to the state semifinals, the Cougars will get the trophy. What did we like to see here today, Wyatt?
We have to say, you know, Cougars won by 11, but at a certain point in time, they were losing by 2, which is not a usual thing for the Mooney, the Cardinal Mooney Cougars. But we saw some great sportsmanship tonight. We saw some, you know, positive attitudes. I mean, the Windermere Prep went out with a bang, I have to say. You know, they worked their way to the end, and there's not much more to say. It was a very well-played game on both sides of the ball. They all put as much effort as possible in. We saw some great three-pointers, but Windermere's, you know, their loss of possessions definitely toned their points
100%
down.
as we see the trophy presentation here.
Yeah, let's zoom in on that.
Mr. Hopper giving it to Simonique Simon as we crown the Cardinal Mooney Cougars the Class 3A regional champions. And that will do it for us here in the booth. I'm CJ Benson.
And I'm Wyatt Lyatt. It was an amazing game, and we hope to see you on, when is it?
We do not know just yet. We don't have that ability to have access to that, but state semifinals coming soon. It will not be broadcast here on the Cougar Network.
It will
but
not.
Be sure to keep up to date and find your way to it.
Well, make sure to make your way there. It's going to be a very fun game and very exciting game. I'm Wyatt Lyatt. This is CJ Benson.
And signing off. Thank you for having us.